Welcome to another episode of Her Body, Her Way. So this is our third episode, and today we're going to talk about something that honestly so many women take, but I feel like we don't actually talk about it enough, which is the contraceptive pill.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm the perfect co-host for this episode because I literally know almost nothing about it.
Which is perfect because I'm currently on the pill right now, and I take one called Estelle. And the main reason I started taking it was for hormonal acne.
Yeah, I see. Gosh, you guys are
They're going at it.
Yeah, they're going at it again.
Wanted to talk about it today.
Mhm.
The pill is prescribed for so many other things. So for acne, painful periods, hormonal regulation, not just contraception.
Oh my gosh, you guys are distracting me. And it's also one of those things that a lot of women start taking really young, sometimes without fully understanding what it's doing to their body.
Exactly. So we're going to break down today what it is exactly, how it works, the pros and cons, and just sharing my personal experience with it too.
Yeah, and I'll basically be asking all the questions someone who has never taken a pill would ask.
Perfect.
Okay, so let's start with the basics.
Mm-hmm.
So, what exactly is a pill?
Yeah. So the pill is a hormonal medication, and most pills have two synthetic versions of the hormones, which is estrogen and progesterone.
Right, interesting. So, hormones that our body naturally makes?
Exactly, but when you take them in pill form, it basically stops your body from ovulating.
Wow, so your ovaries technically doesn't release an egg.
Exactly.
Whoa! Learn something new every day.
Yeah.
So if there's no egg, there's nothing for the sperm to fertilize. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly right again.
Right, okay. I'm always right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so wait. So the pill basically tricks your body into thinking it's pregnant.
Yeah, that's like the easiest way to explain it.
That's wild.
Yeah, it stops ovulation and it thickens the cervical mucus, so sperm can't reach the egg easily. And also, it changes the lining of your uterus as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's like 3 layers of protection, basically.
Yeah. So when taken perfectly, the pill has over 99% effectiveness at preventing pregnancy.
Right. So it's only when you take it perfectly every single day. So same time, every day, consistently.
Yeah, that's correct.
Wow. Okay.
So with typical use, the effectiveness drops to 91%.
Whoa.
But yeah,
that's a big difference.
it is. So people like forget to take the pill or take them late at a different time.
Right. So besides besides preventing pregnancy, what else do people use it for?
Yeah. So mentioned just a little bit earlier, it's also for hormonal acne, painful periods, heavy bleeding, regulating irregular cycles, PCOS, and endometriosis.
Right. So your reason for taking it was for acne.
Yeah,
Right,
that's correct. So for me, when I started getting hormonal acne, my doctor did suggest to go on Accutane again. But before that, we wanted just to try going on the pill to see how that would work for me. And honestly, before this, I was a little bit hesitant to go on it just because of everything that I've heard. That's all the side effects, such as gaining weight or fluctuating weight, fluctuating like mood as well, losing hair, and changes in the skin as well. Just so many things. And again, with me personally not wanting to take so many different medications, I was quite scared to go on it.
Yeah.
But I've been on it now for around 6 months, I would say, and it has been quite a positive experience. So my hormonal acne has I would say quite regulated now. I still get it, but not so much as before.
Mm-hmm.
Another pro I would say is my skin is a lot less oily. Before I would be so oily, like the oil would actually go through all my makeup and break down my foundation. But now it's great. I'm loving less oily skin. I would say that's how it's been so far.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I will stay on it for another 6 months just to see how it goes.
Yeah.
But right now, there's no big changes in my life.
I actually remember the doctor actually suggesting to use the pill to regulate my periods for PCOS,
Yeah.
which is quite interesting. But like as you've mentioned, all of those uh, potential symptoms that can
Yeah.
come from it.
Side effects.
Side effects, yes. That sort of put me off because I feel like with PCOS, like all of those things would be, I don't know, heightened. Even though it would regulate your period, it would still be like quite high. Like, for example, like fluctuation in body weight, hair loss. Like, I already experienced those things so much on the daily that I feel like if I start taking the pill, like, I just, like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm just so scared to take it personally. But,
Yeah. And this is where like everyone's experience can be really different. Really common ones are like nausea, mood changes, spotting, headaches, bloating, and even decreased libido. And studies show that around like 30 to 50% of women stop taking the pill within the first year just because of the side effects.
Yeah, yeah. That's actually, yeah, crazy.
Yeah, so which shows how different everyone's experience can be, and it really is, I would say, a trial and error with trying the contraceptive pill.
Yeah, actually, I feel like every girl I know with acne was just immediately told to go on the pill.
Yeah, I feel like it's a very common solution for doctors to suggest. It's either doing prescribing a topical acne treatment, go on the pill, or go on Accutane.
Yeah, which is interesting because it actually changes your hormones.
Yeah, exactly. So I
Hmm.
feel like this is another whole topic that could be discussed even further. Um, is it like sometimes a quick fix, or should there be more alternatives before prescribing the pill?
Hmm.
But yeah, something that a lot of people don't know when you're on the pill is that you're not actually having a real period.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So the bleeding that you get from the pill is actually called a withdrawal bleed.
Okay, wait. So your body isn't actually going through a natural menstrual cycle.
Yeah. So you know those yellow pills, they are your hormone pills, and then those white pills are just sugar pills. And you could say that they're a placebo pill, and they basically trick your body into thinking, okay, I'm not receiving the hormones in the yellow pills anymore. My body can now release the period blood, if that makes sense.
What? Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, technology these days is crazy. Like, how do they develop that? Like, that is insane.
it's insane. So,
Wow.
yeah, all in all, your body's not actually having a real period.
Okay, so like when you first started taking the pill, did your doctor actually explain all of this to you?
Honestly, no. He was just like, here you go, try this pill. It's gonna control your hormonal acne. Um, yeah, that was it. Honestly, he did not explain anything except that.
Yeah. Was
Mm.
your doctor a guy?
He
Probably
was a guy.
probably shouldn't have asked that.
He was a man.
Okay, well, I feel like that's a big conversation, Like,
Yeah.
do women actually get enough information before starting, hormonal birth control or like pill or anything that they receive from the doctor.
Yeah, not really in my experience. So
Yeah.
either, do your own research, but again, I feel like it's important for the GP or whoever you're going to that they explain it, in detail to you. Because
Yeah.
taking a hormone that affects your body, I feel like is quite a drastic change
Yeah.
and needs to have more education behind it.
Yeah, I completely agree. Wow, that is insane. I had no idea about like how the pill actually works, but that is crazy.
Yeah, the more you know.
Yeah. Anyway, so after talking about all of this,
Mm.
what's your overall opinion on the pill?
Yeah, I feel like it's still a very effective drug, very helpful tool for some people. But it's definitely something that should be an informed decision. So, yeah, do your research, talk to your GP before actually going on the pill.
Yeah. And I'll add to that, like even if your GP doesn't really say much about it, just ask the questions to them.
Exactly. Just
Like,
ask questions.
yeah, they will like they probably just don't think like every day like, oh, they just want to know how to fix it. They don't want to know what's happening. But in reality, I feel like everyone sort of wants to know like how it works, what's happening with it. And
Mm,
if they don't tell you, just ask them. Test their knowledge.
exactly. And nothing is a dumb question.
Yeah, exactly. Because yeah.
I can assure you they've been asked so many questions before that anything that you ask now will not phase them. So it's okay. Go ahead and ask those questions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it today for today's episode on the contraceptive pill.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, short episode today,
Yeah.
but
Short
yeah,
and quick.
short and sweet. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-mm.
If you've enjoyed this episode, send it to a friend who might be thinking about going on the pill.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could gain some boba. They could gain some knowledge or like some insights on what it is, what it does to your body, the symptoms, and
Yeah.
even some real life experiences on like how it's helped Jay.
Yeah.
Um,
And if you have any of your own experiences on the pill, good or bad, please send them to us and we might read some in the future, on future episodes.
yeah,
Yeah.
awesome.
But we'll see you next week on our next episode. And what are we talking about?
So next week we are talking about something that I've mentioned so many times throughout the last few weeks, and that's PCOS. So if you're interested to hear about that,
Yeah. This time it's something that I don't know about.
Yeah,
So it's all you, babe.
yeah, I got this.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you next
Alright,
week.
thanks, guys. See you then.
Bye.
Thanks for listening.